Welcome back to another episode of Forbidden Depths. I'm your host, Queen Frostbitten, and we're here today to get down, dirty, and sultry by staying open, educated, consensual, and safe. If you're returning, welcome back to another episode. Thanks for supporting the channel and its growth. If, of course, you're new here, make sure you follow, like, and subscribe, because one taste will never be enough.
I'm excited to be back with you guys. Another amazing episode. We have an amazing, sexy individual. I'm going to go ahead and let him introduce himself because, listen.
Hello, y'all. Hey, how's everything? Hope everything's going great. I hope you have an amazing weekend so far. This is Donovan Santiago, formerly known as the Don for sure. You can Google me on that name, you'll find my stuff. I decided to revamp for a reason. I'm also called the People's Dope because I'm here to take care of everyone.
I love it. I love it. That's actually why I started following you. I had seen, I can't remember, it was somebody had retweeted something of yours, and I was like, People's Dip, I got to see what's going on with this. so that's actually
I'm
why I
glad
started
you did.
following you.
Yes.
So if you don't already, make sure you get on over to Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call this place.
Right.
At TACTICUTEDILF. Amazingness.
Yes.
Like all up in there. Especially the pinned. So that leads me to my first question. Did you start working out because of the industry or did you work out prior?
I've been working out forever. I started working out when I gotta say, middle school. I was a sports kid. I did martial arts as a kid, and over time, I think it's one of those things was I have that quintessential like wimpy weak kid to big buff dude like storyline. Skinny
Okay.
kid, nerdy, bullied, martial arts, got bigger. No one mess with me.
You're right.
it's a basic Saturday afternoon Disney movie. I mean, let's. But I actually started working a whole lot more because I'm ex-military as well. So
Okay.
just being former military and just going to competitive sports and just something you're used to with your body. And even when I got back out, I was well. I don't have to lift like I used to. But I'm still gonna keep working out.
Right.
Still gonna do it.
Listen, like the amount of effort in your muscles are. See, I came because of the retweet, but I stayed for the muscle definition.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
Listen, I can always appreciate the effort someone puts in because someone that doesn't work out regularly doesn't know, right? They don't know how much effort it takes. Whenever you
Oh
start
yeah,
working out regularly, and you not only have to work out to get it, but you got to keep it.
exactly. It's about maintenance. It's all about
Yeah.
maintenance. Yeah.
That's the most high maintenance thing I ever seen in my life. I'm like, oh. So anybody that puts in effort, listen, props. I'm so fucking I get
Thank
so
you.
fucking excited and supportive. So
Thank you.
um whenever I noticed you said that you kind of got into the industry. How
Yeah.
long have you been in?
Now I have been in for about I want to say 8, going on almost 8 years now. 8 years. I
Ooh,
want to count. I want to say because
nice.
I got in shortly after I came back from the military.
Okay.
Because funny enough, I started. Funny enough, here's another stereotypical storyline. We've all seen this movie, Magic Mike. Literally, I went from coming
Ooh,
home.
okay.
Yes, coming home from the military, pretty much job hopping, trying to figure out my
Mhm.
place in the world, and I eventually started stripping. So
Okay.
while I was stripping, I was also modeling as well, and it's kind of one of those I dance and I'll model on my off days from my day jobs, 3 jobs.
Mm.
I dance at the club at night and the weekends, and then in between then it kind of slowly went to word of mouth of, hey, I'm a photographer. Have you heard of such and such? They do these shoots. Let me hook you up.
Okay.
So,
Okay. So you had kind of like an inside man whenever
a
it came.
little bit.
Okay.
I had to grease a couple of elbows and probably grease up some other things, but it worked.
I love it. I love it. So, other than, of course, you having like the introduction into the industry, what made you want to start the industry?
I kind of always had that. Oh, I think everyone had the inside joke of, oh, I could be in porn, I can do it, blah blah blah, and I at the time, I was learning to be very comfortable with my body
Right.
and learning to love myself a whole lot more. Because everyone has their own self-confidence issues. I
Right.
definitely have mine. People look at me and go, "Oh my God, Donovan, you look so." Da, da, da." I'm like, "Look, trust me. The outside, this is just a nice wrapper. Like this is just
Right.
the packaging is amazing, but the product inside,
Right. Right.
oh." So it's like the vending machine. The light's broken, but it still works.
Right.
The light is off, but the machine still works. But no, like it was just getting comfortable with my own body and getting comfortable with my own sexuality.
Mhm.
I just felt like it would be easier for me, especially with my physique, with my aesthetic,
Right.
that me going along the edge of starting off doing more um guy centered, guy porn, which
Mhm.
I live in Atlanta. Atlanta is a LGBTQ plus mecca.
Right.
So that was a easy avenue to get into the industry that way.
Right.
Um, so I think that's what it was. It was just a lot of learning, a lot of self learning and self growth along the way that really solidified my decision to really kind of stay with it and stick with it. And I love it. I love being a whore. I love it. I'm a typical himbo. I love it.
Mm. Nice, nice. So that kind of leads me to you said that you kind of got your start in gay porn. Were you
Yeah.
attracted to males to begin with, or was that just like your footing in?
I was always attracted to men. Always attracted. I had, of course, everyone has their types and
Right.
their preferences and whatnot. I think for me was I had to um trial by fire really get used to the environment of it.
Mhm.
Um, because my very first porn, it's out there. Anyone and everyone can see it. My close friends have seen it. Uh, I make fun of myself about it because it was bad. It was bad. I know everyone has that
You gotta
one
tell me
scene that
what made
just,
it so bad.
oh, oh. So
I haven't
this,
seen it.
a lot of people have seen it in passing because it's because it was my very, very first one ever.
Hmm.
Um, so super long story, kind of short. Uh, I get to the producer. He's really cool. We're chatting it up. Everything's fine. I'm good to go. I'm ready. I'm here to work. Let's do it.
Right.
I get there maybe I'd say 30 minutes early to my supposed time, which is fine. I like to kind of get a little early,
Right.
kind of check the area out because if I have a weird
Right.
feeling, I'm gonna leave. That's fine.
Yeah,
If I don't like it,
for sure.
if I don't do this porn, that's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Right.
It's not gonna
You don't have to fucking take everything you get, you know?
exactly.
Yeah.
I tell people that's what I tell people.
Yeah.
Just because the money looks good doesn't mean you have to do it. It's about comfort.
Yes.
There's safety, comfort, and safety is important.
Yes.
So like I get there, everything's great, and I'm waiting for my scene partner. My scene partner is at least 2.5 hours late.
Mm.
At least 2.5 hours late. Um, young. I say kid because he's younger than me. At this time, I'm still in my young 20s. I was 20 something, but
Mhm.
I come to find out who my scene partner is 19. And I'm just like, I don't like this at all. Oh, no, I'm sorry. And this is for me. dating,
Yeah.
friends with benefits,
Right.
just whatever. I'm sorry, if you're not 21. I love you, but I'll love you. I'll hang out with you, but if you can't
Right.
stay out past if you can't
Yeah.
if we can't stay out past zombie
Take your
hours with me,
bedtime.
go to bed. If you can't hang with the old people, go to bed.
Right.
But no, like so he's 19. I'm like, cool, that's fine. Everything checked out. But he was just, he's a young guy. He was very inexperienced.
Mhm.
Even his whole journey of getting there, getting here to Atlanta to shoot was just questionable. And I'm just
Right.
like, there's a lot of red flags on the shoot right here, and I don't know. I don't know how to feel.
Right.
But at the time, I'm jiggling around 3 part-time jobs. I'm trying to maintain a household for myself, household, for my partner at the time, and which segue partner time is actually now my wife. Yes, y'all, we're married. That's all. I am married. I have
I
been
love
married.
it and congratulations.
Thank you. I have been married for 2 years. We've been together for 10 years. So she's been with me throughout my entire
Damn.
porn journey, been supportive with me. She actually was the one that helped push me in the stripping and push me to the porn. And like, let's get this
Oh,
money.
I
Let's
fucking
go.
love
So
it.
if you have a supportive partner, that's the best. That's the best. Like, that's
Yes.
the just mm, yes. But I got back to my story. So, yeah, like the way he got in Atlanta was just crazy. He lied to his partner, basically. Lied
Uh,
to his partner about being there. Pretty much said, "Hey, came from from Orlando. Said, hey, I'm going to Atlanta to help some friends move. Okay, cool. Coming to Atlanta to shoot some porn was the real story.
right.
Yeah, and so we get down to it. Scene's going great. Um, I'm uncomfortable as hell. The
Yeah.
producer's a complete ass. He is already pissed off because we all waited for 3 hours for this guy to come
Right.
through. You can tell he's very, like I said, very inexperienced. Doesn't really take direction well,
Mhm.
and it was fumbling. It was like literally feeling like that one Virgin time fumbling around in the dark. You don't know what
Right.
goes where. Tab A goes in the slot B. You don't know what's
Yeah.
going on. Like it's
I
a
have hands,
mess.
but I don't know what to do with them.
I haven't like, and I'm doing oral. I'm doing my oral scene. This is my first oral scene in front of a camera because I'm uncomfortable.
Right.
At this point in my life, I haven't really built a lot of um penis wielders. So
Yeah.
so I'm like, all right, that's fine. This is cool. Let's figure it out. I know what I'm doing essentially. So let's go. Did it. It was horrible. I did not enjoy it. It was the worst scene I can possibly say I did. But
Yeah.
that was a defining moment. I could have said, hey, this sucks. I don't like this. I'm never doing this again. Or, hey,
Right.
let me see what the next one is. And I'm
Yes.
glad I stayed. I'm glad
Yeah.
I kept it going because I would not have, you know, the blessings I have now. And I think for me having a support system already is what helped push me as well.
Right.
Um, I mean, this $600 was nice, but still,
Right. Yeah. Now I am super, super fucking excited that you have an amazing support system. I love to hear that. I'm gonna tell you that a lot of people in the industry have partners, even though they don't tell people about them,
yeah, of course,
obviously, because of sell reasons,
of course,
And I have seen such a terrible, like, there's a consistent thing with clients. Somebody that's a client, somebody that's a fan.
yeah.
If they find out like you have a mate or something, then they're like,
It's
uh,
it kills that
yeah.
fantasy.
And let
Yeah,
me tell you, I don't care if someone has a mate or not. I'm gonna still find them attractive. It's not like this is their job. It's not like you're cheating. Like this isn't a
exactly.
cheating situation. So anybody that's listening that kind of doesn't understand that kind of relationship, there are some of us that do have very supportive people
Hmm.
in our lives, mates, whether they are, married or, some kind of domestic situation, and they're super super supportive. They know all this is going on because some of us do communicate with our partners.
Exactly. You gotta have that trust. You have to.
Yes.
You
Yes.
have to.
So I want to pinpoint that because that's super exciting for me.
good. Thank you. Thank you. Oh, yes.
So after, of course, the terrible, terrible scene, um, what made you kind of want to be like, you know what, that could be a one-off thing. I want to stick with it, see where it goes after this.
I think for me it was I think I saw the recognition I was getting from it.
Hmm.
I saw that people really wanted to see me more on screen. I saw that um hell, I think I really just said, you know what, if fuck it. I mean, what's there to lose if it doesn't work out?
Right.
That's really what it was. Because honestly, the worst case scenario honestly would have been I don't like it, it's done, and I never do it again.
Yeah.
Or it could be keep it rolling and just see where it goes. See what I can gain from this,
Right.
And I tested fate. Really, what it was, I just tested fate. I was like, you know what, I'm already here. I might as well see where it takes me.
Yeah, for sure. So, with, of course, your journey, kind of where you started and where you are today, have you at any point throughout had to have any kind of enhancements? I know a lot of people use like some kind of prescription
Mhm.
or something to kind of help, especially on those days where,
You
we
kind
have
of,
human bodies.
of course,
Sometimes they don't
things don't
perform where they need to be.
exactly. We have our moods. No, I get it. Honestly, I have. And people are gonna be like, "Oh my God, you're lying." No, I have been natural for all of these years.
Nice.
I will say, I did try
Hmm.
one time. I tried Trimax.
Hmm.
Never again.
What happened?
Never again. I was, I was, God. I want to say when they make jokes about, oh, if your dick is hard for such and such, go to the doctor. Fuck that. Like for at least 3 to 4 hours,
Yeah.
I was just, just.
You
I'm
can't do
like,
anything with it at all.
I'm just like, it hurts.
Yeah.
I I feel like I'm going to break something with this thing. I had to sleep on my side. Like, and the only thing about the Trimax is the only way to get the antidote is almost like it's almost like a blood, it's almost like a blood thinner,
Hmm.
essentially,
Okay.
or something to kind of just relax you. Okay, no, it's not a blood thinner. I think it is also almost like a muscle relaxer or blood thinner, something. You have
Oh,
to
okay. Yeah.
re-inject, so you have to re-inject. So I'm like, well, okay, well, the first one hurt, so I gotta do it again. So then you have to wait. Boom. Then you have to wait another 2, 3 hours to make sure that goes down. And if it doesn't go down, then you go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had myself an hour. I took ice cold shower, every single feasible thing to make sure it went away, and it
Yeah.
did. And let me tell you, the nap I took right after was just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
So that sounds like almost a nightmare. Like,
Yes.
hmm.
But since that day, I was like, I will never try anything else ever again. Ever again.
I would say not. Like,
Oh,
okay, so did you like try the full dosage or was it like just dipping your feet in or
it was like just really dipping my feet in. I was like, you know what? Because like the guys who I was with, they're like, hey, they're trying it. Da, da, da. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. You know what? Fuck it. I'm on scene. I'm in Miami. We're in this mini mansion. It's like 10 guys here in this mansion. We're all going to be pretty much fucking either way. I don't know how it's going to happen.
right?
I'm not gonna have energy for this. Come on, let's be real. Let's go. And these guys are bigger than me, fitter than me. These guys have like decades. Some have decades in the industry.
Mhm.
Some has like I'm still a baby fish in this big giant ocean here.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it, let's go. Did it? Oh God, I was crying. I mean, the beauty of it though, in between from the time I took it to before I was wanted to cry and just chop it the fuck off,
Mhm.
I banged out some amazing scenes. I'm talking like breaking this Airbnb owner's king size bed.
Mm.
I felt bad. Now I feel bad because like I destroyed all your slats in your giant mini mansion house off in the Miami Beach. But the scene was great.
So I have to know whenever you, okay, so first time ever taking it, first and last time, tell
Yes.
me what it felt like. Like, did you feel it kick in? Was it one of those it was a physical thing? Like, what did it
It's
feel
very
like?
much a physical thing because like it's not essentially like if you take pre-workout and you feel it, then you feel it. It was at
Yeah,
all.
you
It
feel a little
all
elevated. Yeah.
just imagine that, but it was just in my dick. Like it didn't go.
Yeah.
It was just in my dick, and it's like I want to say at least after the 30 minutes of taking it is when I started to say, all right, it's getting hard, very hard.
Mm.
Wow, I've never seen it that big before. Wow, it's not going away. Now I'm scared.
It's like a fucking baseball bat, man.
Like the degrees of like emotions, I went from like hell yeah, yeah. Wait, no, no, no,
Hell no.
nope.
Check please.
Can I clock out? I'm good. Can I go? It,
So amazing scenes with it, right? Did it completely prevent you from coming?
no, not at all. Actually, I was worried about that, but no, I came a lot. I
Okay.
came a lot. It was beautiful. Just, I mean, your quintessential storybook ropes and
Yeah, giant. Okay.
just giant. I'm just, I was like, beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
Yes. Can I go away now? Like, it was like, and come. Oh, all right. So we're done. Thank God. Ice now. Hot ice.
Man, that's fucking crazy.
uh, it was like it was like I took it after I took my nap. I got up. I literally made myself some coffee, got in the hot tub, and I just hot tub, coffee, blunt, and that was it. I was
Yeah.
good. And I was like, my day is done.
I would be right there too. I would be right there too. So with of course, all of the scenes that you've done up to now, what was your favorite?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. That is like that. Ooh, God, ooh. See,
I need to
see that.
know.
I know it's so hard to say because like a lot of my friends, my real life friends who I've worked with, I'm just like I have to say honestly, without a doubt, the best scenes I've ever done are with people who I can really have a connection with
Hmm.
inside and outside of a scene.
Right.
Like I have a at least three handfuls of beautiful, amazing humans who I would honestly call my friends,
Hmm.
and I would go to bat for them. Like
Sure.
they are amazing, and it's just the chemistry is already there because of that's established. We're friends. We're like best friends. You
Right.
know, I think that those are the best scenes. Even if it's someone who's brand new and that chemistry is just there,
Yeah.
those are the best scenes. Like I get it. You're there for the money and you're there
Right.
for the little bit of for that fame.
Right.
But if you can build that connection with someone, like you're gonna it's gonna look you're gonna it's gonna transpire on the camera.
Right.
Like people are
Oh my
gonna
goodness.
feel that love and that respect and that is yeah
Yes. Because chemistry shows, right? You can
yeah
see it in their expressions, in their face, in their body. Body language says a fucking lot.
oh yes oh yes if you're
Like,
stiff and you're just like it's like yeah no like what's wrong you good and I think
yeah.
it's funny I think I've literally had like someone a couple of friends, a couple of people had just said they're like, I'm surprised you asked me that if everything's okay. I'm like, well, why? They're like, well, no one else has ever asked me if I was okay. I'm like, I do that on and off, seeing like,
Right.
are you good? Is this okay?
Yeah.
Would you like this? Do you like that? You want me to stop? You want me to like? I want to know
Right.
because for me, even on and off, on and off camera, like within like a debauchery and shenanigans,
Mhm.
like whoever I'm partnered with, whatever we're doing, their comfort is paramount. Their safety
Yes.
is paramount. Um, I strongly believe, and some people might think I'm really about it, but in a dom sub relationship, the sub kind of controls the situation. You have to honor and respect because your job as dom is to take care of them, make sure they're safe, make sure they're well, make sure they're mentally stable, make sure they're mentally healthy, physically, emotionally, everything.
I didn't think you could get more attractive.
Thank you. Thank you.
Listen, listen. I have been trying to explain that to people for so long. Like my entire time I've been in the industry, I've been trying to explain that to people, and very few people know that.
Yeah.
So props. I'm just gonna I can't do anything but brag on you tonight. Like
Yes. Yes.
so I know that you do your dominant and like I guess you have a dominant persona and then you
Mhm.
kind of do your I guess regular kind of vanilla looking stuff too. How do you
Yeah.
kind of keep them both linked and still keep yourself in them? Like how do you bring
Ooh,
yourself out in both dynamics?
that is. It took a lot of time. It really took some time to sit down and reflect on myself. Like, all right, so as I was still going as Adonis Coverture, everyone wanted that whole big muscle bound, rip me
Mm-hmm.
apart, daddy,
Mm-hmm.
disrespecting you, which is fine if someone would want that. I have no problem giving that
Right.
to someone. But they that wasn't I didn't feel comfortable with that having be only what I stood for, being only what
Yes.
I give it gave out. Because
Yes.
there's so many different levels. I am, you know, as my redacted name is, uh, I am very, very talented. I am a dance choreographer. I am actually in the burlesque community here in Atlanta. Um, I write, I create so many different things. Like I do so many different things.
Right.
I'm actually, I'm gonna start, going to puppetry and I'm gonna start doing this and like, so I, as someone who is trying to get their hands and get in so many pots and get so many, wear so many hats, why can I not do that within my, adult persona?
Right.
And that's why she was like, why not be myself in everything? I mean, I feel like that you start getting that disconnect of like, once I understand, well, it's different when you're in a DS situation where, hey,
Mm-hmm.
when you're on, you're on. That you are. But when the letter is off and the makeup is off, you dial it back down.
Right.
You get to decompress. You kind of allow yourself to heal,
Right.
essentially. And even with aftercare, when someone's in a subspace and they're just like, even your time to heal. You sometimes you can't be on 24/7, 7 days a week,
Right.
always. There's so much energy and so much of yourself that you give out. And even in respects to the porn industry, as people say, we're still humans too. Yeah, I might be so and so in the scenes, but if you see me on the street and you go and you pull a in real life grinder move on me, you know, let me see your neck. I was like, bro,
Yeah.
pop out. What are you? What? Who are
Right.
you? What? Or fuck me there. What the weirdo? We gotta get out of here. Like,
Right.
and
Oh my goodness.
I believe it. Like hell,
And people do pull that shit too.
I used to drive for Uber. I was an Uber driver during my time of doing porn. Yes, you will get this story as well. So to answer your question, um, so to answer your question, it took time to figure out the balance between every single persona that I carry within myself.
Right.
And the real answer is I just be myself.
Yeah.
no matter what. Clothes on or off, I'm still gonna be the same person, and that's gonna be the
Right.
person I want people to respect. That's the person I want people to love. That's the person I want people to say, "Hey, I can bring this." Hey, after seeing, let's go hang out. You want to get some drinks, make some food. Let's go hang out. Cool,
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
done. Like I want to be that cool, chill, caring friend for everyone.
Right.
No matter what the situation is, and it's not
Yeah.
because I'm trying to get clout, not because I'm trying to, work favors, not because I'm trying to get in everyone's pants. Like it's not. Like I genuinely have love for every single human being that I come across, and I want them to know that you are valid. What
Right.
you feel is valid. What you think, what you say, what you do matters in so many different ways. You're
Right.
not just this porn star. You're not just this content creator. You are more than that. You are. And you can still be that while being yourself.
Yes. And it's super exhausting if you have to wear fucking fake shit all the time. Like, I'm gonna
Exactly.
tell you, if you don't incorporate part of who you are, you're not gonna last in the industry because it's so fucking exhausting.
Hmm.
Like, if you have to pretend to be someone else all the time, let me tell you, just like you were talking about kind of decompressing, you never give yourself time to decompress or relax if you're always pretending to be something you're not. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's what I try to explain to people whenever they get in. Find something that's you, that's the real you.
Find an anchor. Find an
Yeah.
anchor in this industry and like focus on that and let that guide you. Say don't ever forget that little piece. Like always have the little piece in your head. Like, hey, this little piece is whatever how weird and quirky and nerdy and stupid it is. Like that little anchor,
Mhm.
hold on to that. You don't want to lose that because producers and you know other male talent,
Yeah.
they will exploit that. They will use that to your advantage, and they will get what they want and leave you on the streets dry.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I've seen it, and no one wants to talk about it. I talk about it. I make some social justice barbarian tweets sometimes when I see stuff come across, and I'm just like, you know what? I think so. Maybe I shouldn't put my opinion out there. But then that little piece of me, the anchor says, man, fuck them.
Right.
What's the worst gonna happen? Shut your Twitter down? Oh no, I make another one. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, or oh well, if I say that, these people won't hire me. Well, I'm gonna tell you that the good ones will still hire you because
exactly.
I mean anybody that is promoting abuse or neglect or all this other terrible fucking shit, I
Yep.
don't want to be a part of that anyway. I don't want to be promoting them. I don't want to be working with them. I don't want to be making them money. You know what? I would rather whatever they're associated with fucking die so that the
Yep.
good ones can flourish. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly. But
Yeah.
there's so much toxicity, so
Yes.
much,
And
and
that's on all sides,
it's on all
right?
sides. It's on
Yeah.
it's on all sides of the industry. It really is.
Yeah. So it's not just in like, the talent or just in the production. Like it's collectively. There are good ones and there are bad ones.
Oh
The
yeah.
problem is we need to talk about experiences with both. Like,
Hmm.
this is a good experience. Cool. Let everyone know it was great because sometimes all you hear about the bad is the bad. I want to hear about the fucking good too.
Same.
You know,
Same.
if you had a good experience with somebody, fucking say
Yep.
that.
Say that.
It's like positive feedback whenever you're doing like customs or whenever you're doing a collaboration. You want that feedback. How do you know that it was good if you don't get that feedback? Somebody's like, fuck yeah. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So whenever we're looking at the support, so super, super fucking awesome. I can't phrase that more. Has your mate ever been a company too? Like, has she ever came with you to shoots? Has she ever been helping with like the paperwork? Like, what's her role?
Um, paperwork also. Just I know like everyone has their comfort levels and confidence levels, and she's like, hey, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
You are the performer. You go do the things. I'll check out the paperwork with you, make sure everything's good, and then we get the money.
Yeah.
So I'm like, and I love that. I love that. That's and I have no problem being the show pony of it. It's already it's part of my nature. Me again,
Right.
me being a dancer and me being a performer already, and I have no problem doing the brunt of the work and having someone on my side and then in the background, with me and supporting me. Like I love that, and it's not a lot of people have that emotional support and
Yes.
that mental support that's going out here because a lot of people have the kind of partners that look at it, hey, you're gonna go throw ass and get this money and keep it moving. It's like
Right.
this sounds like a pimping situation, not really a relationship. Like
Yeah.
what are we doing? Or you have a lot of partners that'll okay, you're going out getting money doing this. Oh, I bet you're doing X, Y, and Z. And it's like
Mm-hmm.
just because I'm doing porn
Right.
doesn't mean I'm cheating. Just because I'm
Yes.
working with this other person over here doesn't mean I
Yes.
want that person.
Right.
And vice versa. So it's good to have someone that really understands that this is work. It's a
Yes.
job. It is a job, just like any other job. It's a job. Has its benefits. It has its fun, like any other job, but
Mhm. Right.
it's
Pros and
business.
cons to everything. So
Exactly.
kind of on that same note, did your partner at any point kind of be like, well, maybe I want to get into the industry? Or was she just more like, I'm just gonna stay in the background and help you with yours?
Um, we talked about it. We
Mhm.
talked about it. And I was like, but she really said she really wants to kind of stay in the background. I was
Okay.
like, hey, you know what? If you ever choose to do it, do it. I support you
Yeah.
because you support me, I support you back.
Right.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm never gonna say no to that.
Right.
Honestly, I'd rather, and even if it's a situation whereas I can't perform like how I used to, or I just said, you know what, fuck porn, blah, you know,
Right.
I'd be like, hey, if you want to do it, by all means, do it. Switch
Yeah.
roles. Like it's that give and not really give and take, but it's give and give. Like
Yeah.
everyone
It's
says
work and
relationships is 50,
balance.
everyone says relationships are 50-50. It's not true. It's 100-100. You got to put your all in
Yeah.
every single aspect.
And some days you're gonna have to pick up that slack. Some days maybe they can't be 100, and you're gonna have to be 120 to make up.
Exactly. Yep. Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, right there, right there. So kind of looking at your aspirations before you got out of the military and kind of got into porn and stuff. What did you want to do with your life before? Was that something that was kind of always there in the background, or was that something that had developed later? Like, tell me about your
Um,
aspirations.
I really wanted to go into. Well, initially, when I went in the military, I wanted to be a firefighter.
Okay.
Because I was a volunteer fireman when I was in high school, and I loved it. I wanted to do it. Went to recruiter. First recruiter said no. Cool.
Mhm.
Second recruiter said, well, we have technicians. Did that. Cool.
Right.
Did my whole techie thing. Had an opportunity to cross train in the pararescue, and kind of just went from there. And then
Mm.
like after coming back, I was like, well, I initially wanted to go into computer programming. I
Okay.
wanted to go into game development. I wanted
Nice.
to I wanted to be just your basic IT guy who maybe video games inside. Like that was a goal of mine, but that it fell short. It fell short. I
Yeah.
think for me it was because as much money and as much time is invested, like I couldn't jump back into a field like that
Right.
after being out.
Yeah.
So I was like, what's the best thing? I'm gonna work and save until I get to a point where I can.
Mhm.
And the industry kind of just it worked itself in. It
Yeah.
worked itself.
Okay.
I found and grew to love it.
Right. So it wasn't one of those things that was kind of a subconscious, already planned, kind of moving into it. It was more, well, it's convenient, and I mean, money's always going to be a motivator. I mean,
Oh yeah. Oh
always
yeah.
a motivator.
Always.
And if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
Exactly. And if you do, it's fine. It's cool, but make sure there's respect within there. Like, that's
Yes,
fine. Exactly.
100%. 100%. So that kind of leads me to my next question. We were talking a little bit about Dom sub relationships.
hmm
So, kind of tell me what a relationship looks like for you as a dominant,
Hmm.
like your expectations. How do you
Okay.
communicate?
My thing is, and again, like my whole thing is that who I feel that whoever the sub is really lays the groundwork and the basis of the relationship.
Right.
You can tell someone how you want something done any kind of way, but if you don't understand how they are, you don't respect how they are, you don't allow yourself to learn about that person,
Yes.
then what's the point of it? Um, for me, honestly, it's all about respect and communication. Those are always my my foundations. You
Right.
know, if something you don't like, something you don't want, please tell me. I'm not gonna get mad at that. I'm never going to be upset for something that is out of control. Like,
Right.
it's fine. That's part of respect. There's things that I like and I don't like. I expect that from someone else. Um, I'm very much not a uh, physical impact kind of person. Like, I'm not a hitter. I'm not. I just for some people that's fine. They're hard impact. For me, it's
Right.
not. I'm just not. I'm a. I feel like I'm a big dude and I got like big hands and I just like I don't. Ugh. I'm good. I want. I'm like, yo, I want to hurt people nicely,
Right.
nicely. It's gentle pain, just
Right.
gentle torment.
I love it. So,
just a, just a light torturing.
right. That reminds me of a lot of like whenever I'm talking with someone, especially like online submissives, if they don't have a lot of experience or if they kind of I guess have only been in like abusive relationships, they don't understand that. They don't understand the
Yeah.
difference in abuse and a BDSM relationship. So
Mm,
it's like reconditioning people because they're so used to the traditional bullshit abuse and they think it's some kind of domination.
yeah.
Abuse is not domination.
It's not.
Like I
It's
don't care
not.
what anybody fucking tells you. If you have a dominant and they're like, "Oh, you're not supposed to ask questions." And they just fucking smack the shit out of you or do something stupid
That's
because
abuse.
you ask a question, see yourself out. Do not be in
Yeah.
that relationship
Mm,
like at all
no. No.
because that's not a true dominant. A true dominant is going to fucking take care of their submissive, period. They're going to listen to your needs. They're going to let you ask questions. You're going to have that communication back and forth. If you don't have it, it's fucking abuse.
Yep.
The difference in BDSM and abuse is communication.
Yeah.
Some people can be really, really rough. Some people can be really, really light. Like, but you can't be one of those people that's like, oh well, my submissive shouldn't ask me questions. Well, then you don't need to be a fucking dominant.
You don't need to be a dom. You need to go ahead and quit. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because no one should be interacting with or trying to tend to someone's needs whenever they're fucking shitty like that. Like, get
Yeah.
therapy.
It's
They
like
need
how
therapy.
can you can't take, as I always say in all relationships, you can't take care of someone else if you can't take care of yourself. So you have
Yes.
to get your shit, make sure your make sure your stock is good before you start to check someone else's inventory. Like,
Yes.
you have to, because now you're projecting your own insecurities, your own mental gremlins, your own inner demons, like
Mhm.
onto someone else who doesn't deserve that, and that's
Yes.
abuse.
Yes. 100%. I completely fucking agree. So, with all of the hats that you do wear, tell me how you find balance, like in your work, personal life. Like, how do you find balance? What do you do for yourself?
I don't take naps because that'll be a whole lie. 'Cause I wish I took more naps. Naps sound so good. I'm like, well, I take naps. Lies. I know. I know. I'm on like 5,000% every single day. Thanks, ADHD. Ah. But no, I really just give myself I ground. I just try to ground myself.
Hmm.
I do I do like meditation. My me going to the gym at least a couple of days a week is my part of my own self worship. I
Hmm.
just I
Yeah.
can just take my pre workout, get my pump in my buzz,
Right.
lift until I don't want to feel anymore, physically or mentally or emotionally, and
Right.
it's cathartic. Like I'm just um definitely catch up on shows, with me and my wife. That's something that very grounds me. It's just that time of just sitting around doing nothing, maybe catching up on a show or movie,
Right.
hitting some friends up, going to hang out. I'm a huge gamer, so
Hmm.
and me and my wife are huge gamers, so we game together a lot, and I love that. I loved it. It's
What kind of
amazing.
gamer?
Right now, we are well, because I don't have a lot of games on my Xbox because I need more money to buy games. Right now we are very much loving playing Ghost Recon on Breakpoint,
Okay.
which is
Okay.
really really good. Yeah, I'm a COD player, but not as much anymore. I used to enjoy Apex, but I am so stuck on OG
Yeah.
Titanfall. That's me all day, every day. Like I can't deny it. I played Apex in the beta. I was like, this is trash.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't blame
Trash, throw it away.
you.
um, but no, I am trying to get Baldur's Gate 3. Hopefully I can get it within next week. So I'm a huge D&D nerd, which a lot of
Okay.
people probably seen me on my Twitter make posts about it, but I'm a huge D&D nerd. I've played Dungeons and Dragons. I've played Warhammer 40K. I've played World of Darkness before it was called Chronicles of Darkness. I have played oh, I've played a lot of RPGs. Very much I'm very much the nerdy buff guy. That trope. That just that the dork that has like just stacks of muscles just sitting in the corner like crunching numbers. Like that's me.
I love it. I love it. So it's super amazing. Anyone that's listening that doesn't know, it's super amazing to find something that's going to kind of ground you, to give yourself the opportunity to kind of on days whenever you're not your complete self, maybe you did have a terrible experience, like we were talking about earlier with your first shoot, like that was a fucking disaster, and
Yeah,
you're gonna have shit like that. So find something that kind of keeps you grounded, that lets you know, hey, I'm human. It's okay for me to take time to myself. It's okay for me to go decompress and step away for a minute. And don't let that ruin your full experience, because it's not always going to be consistent like that. It's not
yeah,
always going to be bad. And
yeah.
like regular life, man, you're going to have bad days. So don't let something like that kind of ruin your progress in the community. And if you go into something that you don't like, you got to kind of fill it out, find out what you like. If you go into something you don't like, switch it up, try something else, right?
I actually was just talking to my wife about just going through life stuff, and this is the thing I always say: you have to get to the shit to get to the shine,
Yeah,
and that yeah.
yeah.
You have to get through the shit to get to the shine. You have to go through some stuff. Like you have to deal with some stuff. You got to, but always remember who you are and where you came from. Always remember your strength,
Right.
because at the end of the day, you're stronger than the bullshit that comes at you. Every day, you're stronger than that bullshit.
Yes. Fucking love it. Fucking love it. So tell me what sex work has taught you. What did you learn while you've been in the industry?
Hmm. Patience, definitely.
I think I gotta work on that.
Right?
I'm
Patience.
terrible.
I'm just going to it now. Um, definitely patience when it comes to other people. Um, and learning that it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah,
That is one thing that I've greatly learned, because it's there's a lot of people out here just they're not okay.
yeah,
They they need help mentally, emotionally,
Right.
financially, and you don't want to lose your soul in this industry, and many do. Many
Yes.
do. It's the tell us all this time. You give your all, you get burnt out, and now you're trying to make yourself relevant decades later on OnlyFans or, you know, popping on other people's posts trying to, you know, hey, look at me, hey, 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 still
Right.
here. Let me
Yeah.
knock the dust off myself, still here, you know. And it's not, I I just, I learned to not give anyone else, not to give anyone else my power.
Right.
That's where the patience come in. It's like I have to stop and think and understand why people are the way they are, why
Hmm.
they move how they move, you know. And if they're gonna move like that, I need to be, I need to move better. I need to
Right.
move silently.
Yeah.
Like you got to be like the G in lasagna. You got to move silent.
Right.
Just like don't let anyone know your moves. Don't let anyone know what you're thinking. You know, and just humble yourself. You
Right.
know, keep your ears close to the ground and humble yourself because you might be going through some shit in the industry, but better opportunities are coming along the way.
Hmm.
You don't want to miss them because I understand you got your head, your focus, blinders on, you're focused on trying to get that money, fast money right then and there.
Right.
Go, 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 go. But then you get burnt out by the time a good opportunity comes by.
Yeah.
And
And
just
it
don't,
fluctuates, right?
it does.
Like you might
It
be like
does.
on top of the fucking world and then fucking drop off completely. And then not get any kind of like bookings or shows or any fucking thing for a while. And then all of a sudden you're right back on fucking top. Or maybe you just find the middle and you're just baby stepping. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I'm just like, yep, I was up here. I was riding that wave, riding that wave for years. And it dropped, you know. Of course, COVID, it happens.
Yeah.
But then also just the influx of really, 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 really shitty amount of talent.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen it all across Twitter, all across every other social media platform. Guys with big names, they're getting blasted on being, you know, assault abusers and having, SA allegations on them. And, it's just, I mean, doing the most dastardliest, despicable things to these performers out here. And it's like, a couple of years ago, I'm sharing drinks with you and laughing it up. And now I'm looking on Twitter and saying that you did such and such. And it's like, wow, man, wow, I'm kind of glad the industry gave me a little hiatus because, ooh. And it's like I get it, and I think that's why I made a post on another social media page saying, I'm upset that I'm not getting work now, just because it's just the influx is just toxic as men. It's just you
Right.
they make it hard because already me myself being a queer individual, you know, I am cis presenting, but I am non-binary mass. I do go by he they. I go by whatever pronoun. I don't even care. But
Right.
along that,
Same.
all so it's like all people will see face value as a big tall black guy who does porn,
Right.
and 60, let's say 60% of the guys that literally look like me are abusers and
Yeah.
users and just fuckheads. And I'm just like, you perpetuate so many negative things and you make things worse for people like me.
Right.
And I understand that femme individuals are so reluctant to work with men in general, no matter color of your skin, the fact
Right.
that you look like a man, the fact that you look like a dude, you look like a man,
Right.
a whole ass man, automatically it's like, no, you're gonna do something to me
Yeah.
because
Especially if you factor in whenever you're looking at, okay, just like
yeah,
the wrapping, okay, you're looking at this person that invests a lot of time into their body, right? Like super muscular. They're like, that's a terrible, that's like a red flag starting out. They're like, because I've
yeah,
seen a lot of people in the industry look like that, and then it comes
hmm
out that they've been fucking beating people or some shit.
exactly, or
And then they're
worse,
like, I don't want to work with people like that. And then, I mean,
exactly.
that's cutting into your wallet. That's cutting into your bookings. You know what I mean?
Cutting on my wallet, it's cutting on my reputation,
Yeah.
it's cutting so many different things because I don't want people to go, oh, yeah, Donovan Santiago, or back in the old Don's go sure, whatever. Oh, that person is such and such, and it's like I've never seen a work with that person ever in my life, and now you have this opinion of me that came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't need that. I don't want that. I want. Of course, I want more positivity. I want more opportunities for everyone else.
Right.
Who's coming in the industry, but you gotta be careful as well
Yeah.
because these not even just men. There's a lot of femmes out here
Mhm.
are abusive. I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen the receipts. I'm just like, y'all, like, what do you again? I'm just like, what do you gain from this? Like, what do you
Right.
gain from taking away from these people?
Yeah.
Few minutes of fame, some extra dollars in your pocket,
Hmm.
you know.
A
But
long
that's
term
about it.
though,
It comes back.
you're fucking yourself.
You
Yeah.
are. Things come
Like
back tenfold.
you're ruining the relationships that you have with other people in the community because only the people that are going to work with you are the desperate ones and they're going to run out.
Yeah,
Nobody else is going to want to fucking work with you. Plus, I mean, at the end of the day, the only like producers and directors and shit that want to work with you are people like you. Everybody else is
exactly.
going to be like,
Mm-mm.
nope, I'll
Yeah,
see myself out.
exactly. Exactly. You gotta come in with a good basis. You have to make sure your
Mhm.
platform is clean. You have to make sure that you have good values when you come doing this because if you don't, you're not gonna last long. And here's the thing: if you're lasting long and you're like that, it's because you surround yourself with others like yourself that have built a foundation that's
Yeah,
already been set place for this industry.
right.
This the the queer phobia, the fat shaming, the racism, the racism, like everything. It's already laid down to the
Yeah,
foundation for the industry, and it's exploited on a daily basis,
yes.
and no one wins. Uh, Let me rephrase that: the ones that perpetuated, the ones that built this system for how this is, they win. They will always win. They will always profit. But then what about us? The one
Right.
we're doing the work. So I honestly, after seeing the bullshit that I've seen and I've heard as I was still a Don's Coverture, is one of the reasons why I wanted to change my name. I was like, I wasn't getting work. Was I was I was phased out of an agency without them having the courage to let me know. So that was great. Let's just go ahead and not update your pictures that you send to us every weekend. Let's go ahead and slowly take you off the website. It's fine. It's cool.
Yeah.
And I'm just dealing with that, and just pretty much being dropped off by the wayside. I'm just like,
Right.
now I know I was a hot commodity then because I was young and I had a little bit to offer. Now you see the real me. You see what I stand for. You
Right.
see that I stand for respect. I stand for equality. I stand for everyone to get this money together.
Yeah.
Now I'm not of worth to you. Now I've been deemed unmarketable.
Yeah.
I've had a producer say that's me. You're unmarketable because I didn't perpetuate a certain
You didn't feed into
certain
their fucking bullshit.
exactly
Oh my
Exactly.
goodness. Ooh, I
And
can't
that's
stand that
fine.
shit either.
I'm like, you know what? That's cool. I'd rather be unremarkable and stand by my morals and stand by my
Yes.
goals and stand for something greater and
Right.
bring bring other people up with me than
Yeah.
just flash get money,
Yeah.
and be a shit person. Like fuck that.
Right.
I'm good. I'd rather enjoy, you know, my my hiatus.
Right.
Essentially is temporary.
100%.
I'd rather have deal with that and build myself back up again than just be out here and mm, no,
Yeah.
nah, not for me.
I'm right there with you. I'm right fucking there with you. And I mean, it's one of those things that there are some people that don't give a fuck. They'll throw all their ethics, all their fucking morals out the fucking
Hmm.
window, for a paycheck. But at the end of the day, if you look at the long term, what are they doing to themselves?
Exactly.
And not only are they ruining the industry, but they're ruining the person that they could be. Because I mean, at the end of the day, whenever they say they're in 10 years and then they're looking back and then they're like, wow, I was really a fucking shit human being. And they're
Hmm.
either going to have remorse or they're not.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at that point, if remorse fucking kicks you in the gut, then there you are. You're like, oh, well, guys, I'm sorry. If it doesn't, then you're going to keep on just being a fucking shit human being. And that speaks to who you are, your true nature anyway. And I don't want anything to do with those kind of people
Same.
because
Yeah. Don't.
I'm trying to be the best I can and help other people in the community. I mean, it's one reason I started the podcast. It's one of
Yeah.
those things that I want people to know that there are good things that happen too. Like some of us give a damn. Some of
Yeah.
us are here to support each other. Some of us are here to be like, abuse isn't fucking okay. It's not.
It's
And
not.
we want to see everyone flourish, not just one person. I'm not just trying to fill
Exactly.
one person's fucking purse. I'm trying to help everybody and with the growth of the
Exactly.
industry as a whole. Like, I'll get up on my
I feel
soapbox.
you. No, 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 you're fine. No, I'm just, no, 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 I'm taking it in. Just, no, 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 just yes, more.
Fucking love it. Fucking love it. So let's go back to positive. Let's look at the positive aspects. So whenever
Yeah.
you are deciding, kind of that you want to work with someone, how do you determine that you want to work with that person?
Um, I really just kind of get to know them as a
Mhm.
person. I just bare basic rules of fucking communication. I just
Mhm.
really see what their values are. Really get to see
Right.
what they stand for. I know people switch up their values and their views, based on the climate, the social climate and whatever. But I'm like, hey, like, at the base level human being, like, are you a decent person?
Right.
Can we vibe right? Like, we don't you don't have to be we don't have to be best friends, and we don't have to
Right.
even like genuinely like each other. But if there is something that we can kind of stand grounded on, then that's something we can work with. You
Hmm.
know, chemistry might be great, but it doesn't have to lead into anything, extra, or even just, it could be on, hey, you're cool, I'm cool, let's work. All right.
Right.
And I know a lot of people were very apprehensive about studio work.
Hmm.
Which, yes, I know studio work is a lot more money. But I think for me, is just you have to make sure you're safe. Make sure you keep yourself safe. Definitely want people who I want to work with, make sure you're set. Make sure you're tested. I stress
Yes.
that all the time.
Mhm.
Make sure you're tested. Make sure that you are good. Mentally, emotionally, because I know just you might be dealing with some stuff, and you're trying to jump into a shoot, and you have to be professional. You have
Right.
to leave that shit at the door. Essentially, if you can't, then that's fine. I totally understand. We all have
Right.
our days. We all have our moments. Um, I just really look for professionalism is what really gets me.
Right.
Honestly, like all chemistry aside, professionalism
Right.
is really it. And the fact that you actually care about what you're doing. You're not just here to get a nut and get a nut, get a paycheck, keep it moving. Which
Right.
that even then, that's cool too. But as long as you respect the process,
Right.
like
And the
that's
people you're
all.
working with, like, come the fuck on. It doesn't
Yeah,
take a whole lot to respect a person you're working with.
exactly.
Like, just a
Just
little bit
like
of effort.
exactly. And it's not even about, oh, hey, I'm sorry I'm late for the shoot and I'm,
Right.
we're sitting here, 2, 3 hours later or whatever. It's like that's fine, but we're you just got even when you're there, you got to have that level of respect or decorum. Like, hey, things happen. I'm here. Boom, boom. Okay. I've had people not want. I've had someone an hour before a shoot canceled working with me literally because I said, "Oh, well, I really just had a chance to look all his pics and videos. I don't know. I think he's too big." I was like, "Oh." Which is fine. That's
Yeah.
cool. But I'm like, it's an hour on the day of the shoot. But
Yeah.
I flew out of state to work with this person. Yeah.
I definitely would have been a little upset about that situation.
Hmm.
I
Like
definitely.
I was like, because I'm like, you didn't do your research beforehand. You've had at least 2 weeks. two
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah. And that all goes back to being professional. Like, why? If I'm going to be fucking somebody, I want to know what they look like and a
Exactly.
little bit about them up front. I'm not going to wait until like an hour before and be like, oh, who am I fucking today?
Like,
Uh,
oh, nah.
yeah. And they won't pass. And I mean, if you get a call, if you're one of those people and you have an agent and they're like calling because they need to fill a space like that and it's last
Yeah,
second, that's different.
that's way
Like,
different.
hey, this person is canceled. Can you go ahead and fill in for them? That's completely fucking
That's
different.
cool.
Yeah. But if you got something like scheduled and it's been like 2 weeks and then you waited an hour before the shoot, like talking about not only unprofessional, like what the fuck? Like that's ridiculous.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So back to your shoots or your collaborations. What do you do to prepare yourself for work? So like, do you have like some kind of a routine that you do before?
Oh, so like before, I'm on set. We're
Yeah, how
about
do you
to
prepare
shoot. How to prepare? Funny. This might make you laugh. Honestly, I I look at their porn.
Okay,
I look at their porn.
nice. That's get your mind rolling.
Get my
Get
mind
you
like,
where you
okay,
need to be.
this is this. I could do this. I could do that. Oh, they like this. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
I'll do that differently. Okay, I'm good. Get my oh,
Mm-hmm.
okay. I'm like, all right. I just look at the porn. I'm like, oh, who am I shooting with? All right. They're getting ready. I'm getting ready. I'm like, all right. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Good to go.
I'm ready. I already know. I did my homework.
Exactly.
I fucking love it. So now that we know that you do your homework, what are the 5 things that you have to take with you or you have to remember before you shoot?
Hmm.
I need to know the necessities that you have to take with you. Like, do you always have water? I always have to keep water with me, as you
Yes.
can see, like hydrated all the time.
So of course, identification, water. Gotta have water. Snacks.
Hmm.
Always have snacks. If it's like chips or candy or something,
Yes.
uh, energy drink.
Just
I have got.
in
You
case.
better go. Just in case. I would drink that motherfucker walking in the door. Like I'm good. Let's go. Um, and a shit ton of condoms.
Mm,
the condoms, just because you never know with, especially with shoots, is, you know, hey, everything's good, my testing's clear. I'm waiting for someone else to go through. Oh, what? Oh, where's your test results? Oh, because I've had a lot of situations where I was like, oh, hey, oh, they can't do the shoot. Wow, what's up? Oh, but they waited too late to get the testing, or they didn't get tested, or I'm just like, again, professionalism. So I was just like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? What are we doing? So yeah, so I'm like, I always bring the condoms just in case. I'm like, hey, you never
Yeah.
know,
Fucking
you know.
right. Fucking
And then
right.
some people, especially with shoots, don't want to do bareback shoots. I'm like, that's cool, that's
Yeah.
fine, I respect that.
Right.
So I'll have them with me, like,
Fuck
you
yeah.
know, just to make sure everyone's on level, everyone's comfortable, because you have to.
Yeah. So, do you have a brand preference?
So stereotypical of me. Yes, good old Trojan Magnums, all day, every day. But here's the difference. Here's the kicker. Here's the kicker. The bear skin ones. Those.
Okay.
Those are the ones.
How did I know?
It's like, how did I know? Surprise.
Oh, I love it. I'm gonna cry. Oh. So that's what I wanted to say. Whenever you're going for a shoot, I always suggest carrying your own shit. It doesn't matter if you're fucking male, female, non-binary. I don't give a fuck what your gender is. I don't give a fuck what your sex is. Carry your condoms. Take a fucking condom with you. Like, don't show
Se-
up and like not
Several.
have one. Don't expect the other person to bring it because you know what? Half of the time they're gonna forget
Yep.
or they're gonna think it's not their responsibility. Like, bring it. Fuck them. Bring your own. Bring your own shit and bring your own water. I
Hydrate.
always I like overhydrate like all the time. So I'm always being like, make sure you're hydrated because people don't realize how much work that is.
So much
Like,
sweat. So much
yeah,
body fluid. Please drink water.
yeah. And like be fucking dehydrated and then you get fucking muscle cramps and then you're
Oh,
fucking exhausted. Listen, hydrate. And not just like the day of. Like you need to be hydrating like 2 days before. Like 2 days
the whole
before.
week.
Yeah. But like because you're preparing your body for this marathon, okay? And that's what this shit is. People don't realize how much work goes into it. Like holding angles,
People, you wanna know where I got these abs from?
thrusting.
Fucking, fucking, and laughing. Fucking and laughing. Where is it from?
That's all your workout. That's all the workout you need.
Just fucking laugh.
Listen, for real, people don't realize how much work it is. And then I remember somebody being like, they were talking to me about, oh, well, it must be amazing to be a porn star. Oh, all the exciting fucking. And I was like, how long does it take you to come? Oh, well, I can go pretty long, like 6 minutes.
I mean, that's just average,
And I'm like, you're not trying to be a professional, are you?
right? What do we do? We're making a TikTok? Like, what
Yeah.
is?
And like what they don't understand is, I mean, sometimes you're gonna feel like you need to come, but you can't because the scene ain't over. So you know what you're gonna have to suck that shit back up. You're gonna have to think about the little birdies over here. You're gonna have to think about some kind of
Practice
shit.
practice edging. That's
Yeah,
another.
yeah.
That's another thing you do prepare for myself for my scenes. I edge in between. I edge. Oh,
Mm,
we're getting close to the come scene. Cool. Edge along the way. Edge along the way.
right.
Edge along the way. We're going to come scene already. All right. Well then,
Yeah.
we're good to go.
So what do you think about whenever you get ready to get to the come scene? Like, what's your thought process? Do you start like thinking about the porn that you were watching? How do you get there?
Oh, I think at that moment I'm already like in the moment, or like I'm already here. Like I've already saw the porn I watched, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm in it, and I'm here. I know what I want. I'm
Mm-hmm.
here.
Okay. 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 Nice. Nice. Not everyone can do that. I will have you know. Talented. So I'm gonna have two more questions for you, and then
Yeah,
I will let you go. I've kidnapped you for quite some time.
I am not complaining. Please kidnap me more.
So tell me more about kind of whenever you're going to advertise yourself, kind of what kind of audience do you try to appeal to most?
Hmm. I try to I try to appeal to honestly, I really don't have like a one general um demographic I try to focus on.
Mhm.
Just because I want to be a very all-inclusive performer.
Right,
I've stated many times on my platforms that I am very all-inclusive. I am
right,
myself, personal level. I'm pansexual. I'm also polyamorous. I am open to working with anyone and everyone, no matter what your color, your skin,
right.
your your no matter where you come from, no matter who you are, no matter what gender you are, no matter if you are disabled, no matter if you know you are a HIV positive or HSV positive individual, because let's talk about that. People who are HIV positive, people who are um HSV positive, who do carry the herpes simplex 2 virus, 1 and 2 virus, they still live normal lives. They
Mhm.
still need work. They are still capable of doing everything imaginable that
Right,
everyone else can do. And they need the recognition and they need the work just like anyone else is, because this is not the dark times where
right.
you get an STD or STI and it's a death sentence. It's
Yeah,
not. These people are still
yeah,
living lives right. They're still living lives as normal as they can. And
right.
it's wrong that these fucking old world stigmas are sticking onto them, preventing them to get this work that is so desperately needed.
Right.
It really
And the
is.
fucking stereotypes is what kills a lack of information. People don't get educated
They do
and then
not.
they just listen to some kind of fucking stupid bullshit that half these people made up. Like, oh,
Exactly.
someone can breathe on you and give you AIDS. That's not how it fucking works,
It's not.
bitch.
No, not at all. Read a book. Read a book. And I'm
Yeah,
just like, that's not. Ugh. And it's just like, and even the stigma when it comes to queer men, bi men, pansexual men, you know, flexible men. Like, oh, you've been with someone who is not a cisgender or cisnormative woman. That means you have everything else under the sun, knowing good and well it's really these cis het men that are walking petri dishes. And as soon as you ask them about testing, they go, "Oh, what you mean I gotta take a test? What's that supposed to mean? You saying I'm dirty? I didn't say it."
yeah. And you know that's the only people I've seen have the biggest issue with testing too. Like, why
Yep.
is that so common?
Mm.
I don't see other people having a fucking problem with it. Everybody else wants to be healthy. They want to be inclusive. You know, they want to make sure everybody's healthy on both ends, except
Exactly.
them.
Except them. You
Now, I
don't
mean,
rock with.
there are good people, you
Oh
know,
yeah, of course.
but
But
the highest percentage,
of dumpster dick having motherfuckers out here, yes. Oh yes.
it's exhausting. It's exhausting.
Oh, it is. But yes,
So
I appeal to everyone. Everyone who wants me. I'm here for you.
I'm gonna run out of boxes to check.
Good. Good. I like to hear that.
So, I guess my last question for you tonight is going to be whenever you so you of course work for other companies.
Yes.
You have worked for like yourself doing collaborations and stuff,
hmm
whenever you're looking at yourself as a creator, do you enjoy working for companies more, or do you enjoy the collaborations where you kind of get to come up with your own schemes, your own scenes? Which one do you enjoy more?
Hmm. As much as I don't really do the collaborations as I wish I would do, I think for me, honestly, that is with timing and just really getting the right people.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is very much a dead zone when it comes to the industry. Honestly, I'll be 5,000% honest. Atlanta is very much
I
a
don't want
dead
to hear
zone.
about no dead zone. I'm from Kentucky.
There's a, there's a lot of people in Kentucky.
They ain't shit in Kentucky. They ain't shit here. You fucking lying. I don't know where you got your information, but listen,
Look. I need to go. I need to go travel, and I need to go check it out and see.
you're gonna have to. You're gonna see. You're gonna see what I'm talking about.
I will. I will. But I think honestly, the collaborations are better. I prefer collaborations. I love that the industry. I love the studio work
Right.
because the money's right there in your
Right.
hand.
Yeah.
Cool, and I've been fortunate enough to work with some amazing people recently within in the studio end. Um, but the collaborations, I feel like you can do more. You can experiment more. You can actually create more. Like it doesn't
Flexibility.
have to be on a certain guideline. You can actually turn your ideas into whatever demographic you want to choose to get and get more
Right.
people in. So I'm team collab all day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I knew it. I knew it. That's what happens whenever you're creative and you just feel those juices and you're just like,
Oh yeah.
you're all about I guess the journey.
Oh
You
yeah.
get excited for the evolution, and you're one of those creative people. So
Oh
I
yeah.
was putting my money
Oh
on.
yeah.
I would have won. So first I want to say thank you for being so fucking awesome tonight.
Oh, Don, thank you. I appreciate you.
It's amazing. And thank you guys for coming and listening, and of course getting to know this amazing individual. Again, make sure you get your ass on over to Twitter, X, whatever the fuck this thing is now.
Right. I've been calling it zither.
I don't even know what to call it anymore. I don't even.
Trash.
Another box. So we're gonna go at TACTICUTEDILF. The amazing,
Yes.
amazing.
Yes. Yes.
So
Tacticute DILF.
yes. Oh my goodness. I don't want to, like, it's one of those things where I can't say enough good things. So I've been following you for a little while.
Oh,
And
no, look, now I'm blushing. I'm for blushing. I'm listening. I'm here. I'm here for it.
I like when your cheeks are okay. Okay. So I've been following you for a little while and I fucking love it. I love that you not only have, amazing content there. Just throwing that out there for the viewers that want to hear that amazing content. But I've noticed that you bring a lot of yourself into your feed too. And you don't see that with everybody because they're like, oh, well, I got to keep a part of me out. I only have to show this, like my professional side and shit. I like to see humanity whenever it's one of the things I look for whenever I look for somebody to work with. I want to know you're a fucking human and not a fucking robot. I want to know you're in it for the passion and not for the fucking dollar. It's good to be in it for making money, but I mean, I want to know that your heart's in it because that's going to be good for us. Better chemistry, better fucking camera, the fucking, for me, all around, it says that you're putting everything you have into it. You're not going to be fucking dead fish. You know?
Oh yeah.
You know?
Oh yeah.
Okay, I'll get off my soapbox now.
I'm with you. I'm standing on soapbox with you. Like 1 foot on one. I'm like, yeah, yeah.
Fuck yeah, fuck yeah. So definitely an amazing experience. Thank you so much for all your insight, all of your
Thank you.
information, all of the education that you give here today.
Oh, of
Because I
course.
mean, you definitely give quite a bit. Everybody hop on over to Twitter, to X, whatever the fuck the dumpster fire is over there. Follow, be super supportive. We will see you in the next podcast. Again, I hope everyone has an amazing night.
Have
Thanks
a great
again.
night. No, thank you.
Hey, it's Queen Frostbitten again, your host. I just want to remind you that you can follow us on YouTube at Forbidden Depths. That's FORBIDDENDEPTHS. Or over on Twitter at the number 4 BIDDENDPODCAST. Remember to always stay educated, consensual, and safe. We'll see you on the next show.